I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this looks and feels pretty damn sketch. Howdy, y'all. My name is Patrick. Welcome to Wandering Why, and welcome to the Pacific Crest Trail. This is part 2 of my 2026 California excursion. Today we will be using this section of the PCT to hike to Burney Falls and also to the bridge from Stand By Me. It's about 7:30 in the morning, Monday, May 25th, Memorial Day 2026, and it is a gorgeous day to be outside. Couldn't have asked for a more beautiful morning out here. I hope I get the chance to hike this entire thing one day. So, Stand By Me. I don't know about you, but I think it's one of the greatest films of all time. And I think that bridge scene in particular really stands out. Obviously the one where they're trying to dodge the train and manage to do so at the very last second. Anyway, at some point here we're going to break off of the PCT and follow some old railroad tracks that'll take us straight to that bridge. So as I said, this is part 2 of my California excursion this year. Yesterday, I went to Lake Tahoe and hiked the Eagle Lake and Granite Lake trails, and it was gorgeous yesterday too. I've been hiking a little over an hour and a half now, and so far this part of the trail is remarkably flat. I don't think I'm going to have any problems being on time today. Well, it's almost 9:30 and we are roughly almost halfway there. To the bridge at least. As much as I love climbing mountains, it's nice to get some flat terrain once in a while. Be able to get some distance in a nice timely fashion, you know? Moving forward. So far, I have not seen a single person out here. It's a real nice contrast from yesterday. That's an odd thing to see out here. All right, here we are. This is where the tracks were once upon a time. Now it just looks like this. We are officially off of the Pacific Crest Trail now and on our way to the railway bridge. Well, we've made it to the river, even if we can only hear it. You can definitely tell this was a railroad once. Here's a nice little nature break spot. No doubt wood from the railroad right here. The bridge is really close to here. Only a few hundred feet away, apparently. I've got all the songs from the movie stuck in my head now. Anyway, moving forward. Oh boy, here it comes. There it is. If I have it right, the train came from this direction. And the kids had to cross all the way over to that side. I, for one, am not going to walk all the way across this. I will go out a little ways just so we can get a slightly better view of the river, but I'm going to stay to the side so the metal support beam is under me the whole time. Yep, that's definitely all the farther I'm going. Oh, hey, little guy. Well, seems like a decent spot to have lunch. Nectarine time. As I said, Stand By Me is one of the greatest films of all time. So it's awesome to have finally made a pilgrimage here. Well, I suppose it's just about time to get out of here. I gotta reconnect with the Pacific Crest Trail to get to Burney Falls. And the time now is about noon. So as long as we move, we'll make great time. More evidence. All right, back at the PCT. Onward to Burney Falls we go. It's just after 1 o'clock now. I still have not seen a single other person out here all day long. All right, we've made it to Highway 89. Alas, civilization comes into view. We've arrived. This right here is exactly why I didn't want to drive in. Well, this has been a fun visit. The time is about 3 p.m. and it is finally time to start heading back towards the car. And just like that, civilization has totally disappeared again. Once again, such an odd sight. Back on the 299 and back at the car. Just about 7 o'clock on the dot, so that means I was out for about 11 and a half hours. All right. Well, I suppose it's just about time for me to start driving home. And so I suppose that's just about going to wrap up this hike and this video and my excursion into California for the year. My name is Patrick. This is Wandering Why. If you like what you saw here, please like and subscribe, and please consider watching some of my older videos. And until next time, never not wander.